Hello, dear viewers. When we hear the name Burkina Faso, we think of Africa's struggles, revolutions, and its beautiful natural resources. But there's another surprising thing for which Burkina Faso has amazed the world: python farming. This raises a big question. Why is a country like Burkina Faso, which has suffered from poverty and wars for years, involved in python farming? And what makes this farming so unique that the entire world is watching? This is going to be a very interesting video. So I request you to watch till the end, and also tell us from which city and country you are watching our video. The story begins in a remote village of Burkina Faso, surrounded by forests and valleys. This village was not famous for its beauty, but rather for a terrifying reality. Every year, hundreds of people lost their lives here due to attacks by giant and deadly pythons. These snakes were so many in number that people could not sleep peacefully at night. Children were not allowed to play in the forest, and even farming had become a life-threatening task. The villagers tried many times to control these snakes, but every attempt failed. Things got so bad that the government had to step in. One day, the government launched a massive operation. Experts were called, modern technology was used, and pythons were captured from every corner of the village. But once thousands of snakes were caught, a new question arose. What should be done with them? Killing them was one option. But at that time, a brave young officer, Ibrahim Traoré, thought differently. He was just an army officer back then, but his wisdom was extraordinary. He researched and discovered that python skin is considered a valuable treasure in the global fashion industry. Big brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton make bags and shoes from python leather, and their prices can go up to thousands of dollars. Ibrahim convinced the villagers not to kill the snakes, but to raise them. He explained that if these snakes were taken care of properly, their skins could be sold and the fate of the village could change. This was a revolutionary idea. The villagers trusted him because they had nothing to lose. Killing snakes was nothing new for them, but using them for benefit was a completely new concept. The government also took interest in the project and provided funds and experts to support Ibrahim. Soon, he designed a systematic plan. A specific area was reserved for breeding and raising the snakes. It was designed with modern techniques to give the pythons a natural environment so they could grow healthily. Their diet, health, and breeding were closely monitored. Taking care of each python became a complete science. Villagers were trained in feeding, healthcare, and most importantly, in protecting and preserving the quality of their skins. Gradually, this village began to transform. Once haunted by fear, the people now saw these snakes as their biggest hope. Every home was lit with new possibilities because this new industry was reducing poverty and creating jobs. The villagers' hard work finally paid off when python skins were processed and sent to the international market for first time. Major fashion brands, always in search of unique and high-quality leather, were impressed by the beauty and standard of this python leather. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Hermes not only accepted it, but also paid handsome amounts for it. This was a turning point when a small village in Burkina Faso tasted real success. At first, only a few orders came, but soon the demand grew so high that the villagers themselves were amazed. To give you an idea, python leather is extremely valuable because of its natural texture and unique design, which makes every product look one of a kind. A python leather bag can start at $5,000, while exclusive designs can go up to tens of thousands of dollars. This industry not only supported Burkina Faso's economy, but also set a new standard for the global fashion world. But python farming in the village was not limited to leather. As the villagers gained experience, they realized that snakes could also bring benefits in other ways. Instead of wasting python meat after removing the skin, they found markets where it was considered a delicacy, especially in African countries and East Asia. The villagers learned modern preservation techniques and started exporting the meat, earning good money. Python fat also became a valuable product. The oil extracted from it was sold to cosmetic companies, as it is famous for skincare, healing small wounds, and softening the skin. Women of the village started making herbal products with this oil, which quickly became popular in local markets. Even python teeth, claws, and bones turned into sources of income, as they were crafted into jewelry and decorative items that attracted tourists. These handmade products also gave the village a unique cultural identity. Friends, this story of Burkina Faso's village is not just about snake farming success. It is a great example of human struggle, hard work, and creative thinking. A place once filled with fear and poverty was now full of prosperity and opportunities. Python farming not only transformed the village's economy, but also gave Burkina Faso recognition in the global market. And behind it all was the leadership of Ibrahim Traoré. Of course, success comes with challenges. The villagers understood that they must use resources responsibly, control snake populations, maintain environmental balance, and follow international laws. Ibrahim Traoré faced these challenges with modern methods to ensure this industry remains sustainable and sets an example for future generations. This story teaches us that with wisdom, hard work, and determination, even the toughest problems can turn into opportunities. The people of Burkina Faso turn fear into hope and prove that courage is the key to facing challenges. So, dear friends, that's all for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you keep receiving more informative videos like this. Until our next video, take great care of yourself, your friends, and everyone around you.